Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the Board Masters with me, Chris Mullins, and tonight we are heading back onto Too Many Bones, and this is the third matchup in this new series. So far we have had Pickett versus Nom and Patches versus Marrow, which you can check out on the playlist. But tonight we are going with Boomer, and we're going up against the Goblin King. So let's meet the Goblin King. He is unpredictable in nature. The Goblin King has held tight control over the Warspire region through sheer terror. His followers are extremely loyal, and no one dares fall out of line for fear of getting a bomb in the back. So it sounds like this is a battle of the bombers. I better say that carefully. Because Boomer is very different to the two Gearlocks we've seen so far. So Pickett and Patches, where you learn a skill and you roll that dice and that's it really. Whereas with Boomer, many of her skills revolve around grenades. And so that's why you start with 4 dice in your skill tray already, which is very different to the other ones. And the first 3 dice are your components that you roll in order to then be able to make grenades from those components. And then you use this 4th dice to record how many grenades you have. And then you use those grenades to use the skills later on. And I appreciate it may not make much sense off the bat if it's not something you've played with in the past, but hopefully as we go through the game, it will make a bit more sense. And so with that being said, one last thing, I am again playing on adventurer mode. So I've got 2 extra HP, which is very valuable with Boomer because she starts with only 3, which is incredibly low. And 1 training point, which I put on attack to give a second attack die. Let me just grab my attack and defense die now. And then dive in. And as I said last week, I'm not going to be reading the flavor text on the encounters that we've encountered before because, well, it'll be the 3rd time reading the same passages of text. So I'll go straight to the decision. And with day 1, it's squeeze in some last-minute self-improvement or shake down a shady peddler. I think with Boomer, I'm going to be going in with training. So I'm going to get her frag grenade. And I'm also going to get her body search, which is another way of gaining components. And that's day 1. It's another reason why I'm not going to be reading the flavor text on the first 3, because it speeds everything up. So hardly out the gate. So this is where we have the battle, where we can choose to have the archers help us or go it alone. In the past, I've gone it alone both times, but I think because... I think I'm going to call in the archers on this one. Although it's 1 less training point, I am a bit concerned that Boomer is a little bit vulnerable at this stage. So let's go with it. Let's draw 2. First one is a bog frog. And this is the baddie really that was my main concern coming out, because it does an attack of poison of 2, which basically means it takes 2 damage each round, which is going to kill Boomer inside 3 rounds. And I don't think I can kill... 2 bog frogs. Okay. So I certainly don't think I could kill 2 bog frogs inside 3 rounds on my own. Especially as I'm not going in with any grenades. It doesn't really matter where I start on this one because the bog frogs don't actually attack. They just automatically put poison on me. So let's roll my die. Oh, a 2. Awful. Okay. Well, it doesn't make too much difference, I guess. And right, let's dive in. So first bog frog is going to put poison 2 on me. Oh, the archers obviously are going to do 1 true damage to each of those at the start of the turn. Then they're going to do poison on me. Then the second bog frog will do the same. Then it's my turn. I've got dexterity of 3. So I'm going to roll both attack dice and 1 of my component dice. do 1 damage and a bone. And Boomer's 1 attack bone skill is to throw odds, so she can thump a target for 1 damage. So I may as well do that. And I'll do both points of damage to that bog frog. And I only got 1 on this component, so I'm not going to use that. I'm going to re-roll that again in a moment. So now we're in round 2. The archers get back involved and kill that one. Oh, I should have already taken my 2 points of damage for the poison. That drops the poison of 1, but then the bog frog puts it back up to poison of 2. I will again do 2 attack dice and 1 of these components. And I got a 3, so I am keeping that this time. And then we got a 3, so we killed that bog frog. Okay, so because I asked the guards for help, I didn't get the extra training point. So I am going to put a training point on my HP. And then I get a loot. I keep getting fortunate discovery every time. Right, select one of your consumable skill dice. So let's have a look at what Boomer's consumable skills are. So we've got Bag of Booms, which can increase your boom counter by 1 or give you lots of components. Or there's the Holy Hand Grenade, which will deal a number of damage. Let's see what sort of damage is on there. So 2, 2, 1. Unless I can find, I think I'm going to go with the Bag of Booms to try and get me some components early on. Okay, on to day 3. And this will be where we cross the Cibron. So we have the choice of tucking our ears or hiring the Molnil. I'm going to try and tuck my ears. I got a 4, so I wasn't spotted. So I get the extra progress token and I get the training point. And I'm going to put this training point on my dexterity. And right, that is the 3 special encounters completed. So hopefully we'll get some different ones. Oh no, we've had this one a couple of times. An issue of lung capacity. So again, because we've had this a couple of times, I'm not going to read it again. And similar to the, what day are we on? We're on day 4. So I'm going to go with the choice that I've done every time so far, so I can reduce by 2 the attack stat of the first baddie to enter lane 1 and increase my attack by 1, but I can't use skill dice for 2 rounds. Okay, so the first one is a clay golem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that has no attack, so I don't need to worry about that. Oh, hang on, let's clear these out. The second one is a direwolf pup. So the direwolf pup has lashback, so anytime I am next to it and I deal damage, it will deal damage back to me. And then we've got a first troll, and they've got thick skin. So any damage I do will be reduced by 1. They also got careless, so if they roll a bones, they're going to hurt themselves. And the final one is another clay golem, which I could have done without, because if you remember from last time, a clay golem will break your attack die, basically. Okay. Oh, and I have healed myself on previous goes. I just got to do that. Right, so let's set the initiative. Clay Golem at 2. Other Clay Golem at 2. Direwolf Pup at 3. Troll at 1. And I'm going to have 6, so I get to go first. I think I'm going to go here. Okay. So my frag grenade basically is going to, well, I can't use it yet because I haven't got any grenades. So I need to start getting some components. But I've got a dexterity of 4. The troll's not going to get to me. So let's see if I can kill that direwolf pup. So I'll roll 1 attack dice, or 1 defense dice and 3 attack die. 1, 2, 4 attack, which is going to be enough to kill the pup. And because I wasn't next to it, I don't suffer any lashback damage. And I've got 2 defense. So then the clay golem is going to move down here, but he's got no attack because he's got -2 attack due to the encounter. Then this clay golem is going to come down here, and he's got 1 attack die, which is 2 damage, which clears my defense. And then this troll is going to go this way, and that is round 1. Okay, so I think for this one I am going to try and attack that troll, and I'll roll 3 attack die and a defense die again and see if I can take it out in 1. 1, 2, 3, and a bone, so that's throw odds, which does 1 extra damage. So that's 4 damage, -1 for thick skin is 3. So that is the troll dead. And then the first clay golem can't attack, the second one does 2 damage to me. Okay. So now I think I'm going to start building up my grenades. So I'm going to put both my defense die, body search, and one of these component ones. So 1 defense, 2, which one's that? I found 2 elements. That's dice number 1. So yep, I'll use that. And then I've got a 2 multi-use parts, so I gain 2 components of my choice, so I'll get 2 on the fuse and exhaust that one, and then I can reduce all of these by 2 to give me 2 grenades. Okay, and that then exhausts those 2 as well. Okay, so I've got 2 grenades now. That golem can't attack. The first golem is going to do nothing because it got bones. That's the end of round 2. And well, let's just start attacking. I'm not going to waste my grenades. So let's go for the one who can hurt me. Oh, I might have to use one of my grenades, actually. I will see. Okay, so we got 1 attack, 1 defense. Okay. And then I think I will save the bones on this, because if I can get 4 bones, then I can thwack one of these enemies for 4. And then I won't have to exhaust a die. So he did 1 damage back to me, and that is round 4. Another bone. I'm going to do 3 damage. Let's do 3 to that one. And I'm not going to use that attack die. 1 back to me, and that is now round 5. Okay, it's going to be a risk. I need a bones at some point. So he got bones, so no damage to me. And now we're in fatigue. This is where we all start taking a damage. One damage. Now I think I will use that to do 1 damage on him. And then I'll use... Can you use backup plans more than once? I should assume you can. Oh, only 1 backup plan may be used per turn. Fine. So I will then use 1 bone to do the throw odds to do 1 damage to him. And then the clay golem is going to attack and take off that defense. End of the round. He's now dead. He's lost a point. I've lost a point. And I will again use a bone to kill that one off. So we have 1 and got through that battle. And I'll re-heal at the end of the day. I need to get rid of that extra attack dice because I don't have that anymore. These are no longer exhausted. Okay. And I get 2 training points and a loot. So my loot... Seriously, another fortunate discovery? All right. I mean, I've played 2 games since I last recorded this, and somehow my fortunate discoveries are still right next to each other and still managed to come out to the top. I don't know what the odds of that are, but okay. So I'll get my holy hand grenade then. And then 2 training points. I think I've got enough in terms of skills at the moment, so I'm going to go with another dexterity. And I'm going to try and get an attack, I think. No, I'm going to go defense. Yep, succeeded on that. So I get an extra defense die. Okay, on to day 5. A trap of my own making. Too big and too many. I can never overpower or outrun them. Either this works or my journey ends before the sun sets. The plan, be my own bait. What could possibly go wrong? The trap is set just as the golden sun is beginning to sink, which I pray helps obscure my hasty work of covering the freshly excavated pit. Now I just need to screech like a wounded griffin, stand in plain sight, and hope they don't simply jump over the trap before tearing me limb from limb. Okay, so our two choices, be the bait, be the bait. So 2 5-point baddies. Well, the Q is 1 anyway. And then as they enter, roll a d6. And if I get a 3, 4, 5, or 6, the baddie is stunned for the first 2 rounds. Or if I don't be the bait, then it's still 2 5-point baddies. And I have surprise. So baddies take 1 true damage anytime they move to a new position on the battle mat, including initial position. So it means surprise means I automatically go to the top of the initiative meter as well. So in theory, I could just run away all the time, given that I'm arranged. But I don't get any difference in the loot. I think I'm going to go with the shouldn't be the bait, so I decide it's best to get in my own trap and fight around your spikes. So I'll have surprise, so I get first initiative, and they take 1 true damage anytime they move. Right, so we have a Troll Enforcer, which has thick skin again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And a low initiative of 2. And it also has a new word if it rolls a bones, which is taunt. And adjacent opposing units must target this unit. Okay, but that's only if I'm adjacent, which hopefully I won't be. And then this next one is an owl bear. Okay, so he's got 6 health. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's a melee as well. He's got an initiative of 4. Not that it matters too much because I'm automatically going to go at the top. But it's got 2 new words, so it's got Inspire and Terrify. So Inspire, the next baddie on the initiative meter takes their turn immediately after this unit and is granted an additional attack die. And Terrify is, after this unit is attacked, place a Terrify effect die on the attacking unit. If a unit has a Terrify effect die on it, it may not target any units with the skill Terrify. So if I attack him, I can't attack him more than once in a row. Okay. Oh, this is going to be tricky. Okay, so I'm going to appear here so the troll can't get to me. I'm going to use my frag grenade and 2 attack die to try and kill off this owlbear in one go. And then 2 defense die. That didn't go to plan. So 1 defense. Okay. Right, so I have to use the bone on the frag, so that's a complete waste. I got 2 attack and another bone. Right, so I may as well do the 3 damage to him, so it hasn't killed him, and it has terrified me. So I can't attack the owlbear next go. And it has inspired the troll. Or it will inspire the troll in a moment. But the owlbear is now going to move here and take a true damage. And then it's got 4 attack die. Three damage minus 1 defense, so 2. And that's the end of round 1. Oh, well, he's going to move there and take a damage. Okay, so where do I want to move on this turn? Now, I can't attack the owlbear. I've got no bombs left. Let's see if I can... Let's just move up 2. No, let's move up 3. Which will use up 3 of my dexterity, and then I'll just roll 2 defense die. I've got bones, seriously. So I'll use one of those bones to... Well, there's no point. I'll keep one of them there because I can't use bones on the owlbear. And then he's going to move and take 1 true damage here, but he can't attack me. He's going to move and take 1 true damage there. He's got 2 defense and 3 attack. And I'm pretty certain that's going to kill me. Yes, it is. Okay, so that is a knockout. So I lost that one. That was an awful roll on the frag. I mean, 1 out of 6 chance, of course. Oh, one of those attack defense die was mine, wasn't it? Okay, so I will heal up. And that was an unsuccessful day. Now on to day 6. Between a rock and a hard place. Scaling down this rock cliff feels oddly different from the last shell I traversed. It exudes a strange warmth. Must just be the altitude. After all, I've been descending all morning. Thankfully, solid footing is not far away. I briefly pause on a ledge to survey the valley and relocate the raiders I've been tracking. A quick glance at the rock behind me reveals the rock looking back at me. Giant pieces of earth break free from the cliff's surface, and suddenly hollow burning eyes are staring into my soul. Towering above me is an angry monstrosity, a golden golem. Right, so I can either fight a 5-point stone golem, or I can play as the golden golem, and it will only be against a 5 and a 1. Now, this one is quite good if you get clay golems out as the 1, and then you can break the golden golem's attack die, but I've already killed 2 of those, so I don't fancy my chances. So I think I'm just going to go for the stone golem. And although I lost I did try this on one of the playthroughs so far and lost. That was because I forgot that I could actually move. Okay. So again, the golem has got break, which we know exhausts any attack die, and it's also got corrosive. So at the end of this unit's turn, all remaining defense die must be exhausted. It's got 7 health. And it's got an initiative of 3. I have an initiative of 4. I'm going to start way over here. And I'm going to start with... Oh, I don't have that. 2 attack die, I think. And 1 defense die. And 2 of my component ones. In the hope that I can get a bomb going. Okay, yep, so I've got 3 and a 2. So let's use that. So I now have a bomb. I only did 1 attack, so I'm not going to bother with that. And 1 bone, which I will do throw odds, which will do 1 damage without having to exhaust anything. And then he's going to move down here. And then round 2, I'm going to move up here, giving me a dexterity of 3. And I think I'll just keep rolling these and hoping for bonus, to be honest. So I've got a defense of 2 for if it ever catches up with me. And I'll do 2 attack damage. He's then going to chase after me. I'm again going to move 2. Leave me a dexterity of 3 so I can roll these. Got 1 bone. And I'm not going to bother locking in that defense, so I'll just use my backup plan. He will then chase me. I would just keep doing the same. I've got a bone, so I'll use my backup plan. He will then chase me. And now I've backed myself into a corner. So I will use those defense this time. So 4 defense and another bone. He's going to move, and he's then got 3 attack and 2 defense die. And basically I just have to survive this. So 2 attack, 2 defense, and a bone. So he's going to exhaust both of these through his corrosive. And then we are into fatigue, which will hurt me for 1, but will kill him. And that's really what I should have done with Pickett in the first match when I was against that. I'm then going to bring that one down because I don't want to leave it on 1. I'll roll it again next round. Seem to have accumulated an extra defense die from somewhere. Okay, so succeeded on beating the golem, so I get a training point and a loot. So the loot. Seriously, another fortunate discovery. Well, I don't have another consumable. No, so I keep it, and then if and when I've used the consumable, then I can get it back. Right, okay. And then training wise, I think I'm going to do my dexterity because I need to be able to roll these far more often. Now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 progress tokens. I need 8 to be able to face the Goblin King. But we've still got 5 days to go. Not so ordinary water. At last, a stream of liquid trickles from a crack in the ravine wall. I've been running for what feels like hours with a nasty gash in my side, and the water instantly renews my strength. That was no ordinary merchant camp back there, and I paid for my stupidity before I could flee. This spring is also not so ordinary. A strange yet welcome sensation is present as the water runs through my system. Instinct tells me to wash my wound directly, and instantly the bleeding stops. Maybe I should set up camp and allow this water to do its work, but who else knows about this spring? Have I distanced myself enough from those swindling merchants? So if I stay here for the day, which I think is what I've done on a previous playthrough, but I don't know if that was on camera, then I would have to add a 5-point baddie to the battle queue, so that would be 2 5s and 2 1s, and I'd get a buff of 5. Now that didn't go well last time I did it. Or I can keep this card as a loot and place 2 HP on it to be used as a heal. I think I'm going to do that, and then I'll get a training point. And on this one, I think I'm going to go with Smokescreen. And with Smokescreen, basically, it's going to do as it says on the tin. So the next X number of attacks against me will automatically miss. Okay. So next day. Risky payoff. I think this is a brand new one. The Ebon, evil as they are, still show a strange cross-species loyalty. Actually, no, it's not. Trolls won't hesitate to call for help from an orc, a kobold, or even bog scum. A fight may look winnable, but it's often not worth the risk. Lucky for me, creatures of the Ebon almost always have a price. I wonder if the menacing figure ambling towards me can simply be bribed with something shiny in exchange for safe passage. Unfortunately, if he has friends hiding in those bushes, they might be waiting to take a whole lot more than a shiny object. So in this one, I've got a choice to stand my ground and fight, in which case it would be the battle queue, so a 5 and 3 1s. And at the ends of rounds 3 and 5, roll a d6, and that may add another baddie. If I have loot to offer, choose one and place it on the battle mat. Roll a d6. And I've got a 50-50 chance of it failing or not. And if it fails, then I have to do it again. Okay, now I've got a grenade and I've got frag. I've got a holy hand grenade as well. And with holy hand grenade, I don't need to decrease my bomb counter. So I've basically got 2 grenades. So I might go with the baddie points and stand my ground and fight. So it's going to be 3 1s and a 5. And the 5 is going to be a Goblin Sapper. And it has Signal, which is marvellous. So if I don't kill it, it's going to bring another 1 point into the battle. It's a melee, so it's going to go there. And it has an initiative of 4. Then we have a direwolf pup. They have an initiative of 3. A goblin bomber, which has the ability to blow itself up, hopefully. And they have an initiative of 5. And then a troll romper. So again, they've got careless, so can hopefully as well destroy themselves. And as it seems to be the case with trolls, it has another low initiative. I have an initiative of 3. Damn, I really wanted to get in ahead of that Goblin Sapper. I'm going to hide in this little bottom corner here. Okay, so let's go. And so the Goblin Bomber has 1 attack die. He's got bones, which hurts him. He obviously dropped his grenade on his toes. And the Goblin Sapper has got 3 attack die. Which does 3 damage to me. And it does Mischief, which gets rid of any locked die, which obviously I don't have at this point. And then signals another baddie for the battle queue. The Direwolf Pup is going to move there. The Troll is going to move there. And then it's my go. Oh, well, they haven't moved there yet. They're back. They're still back here. So I think I'm going to use my... Does Holy Hand Grenade... Yeah. Holy Hand Grenade do it to adjacent damages as well. Yeah, so Holy Hand Grenade, like the regular grenade, does half damage. So I might go with the Holy Hand Grenade. My 3 defense die. And no, let's just go with 2 defense die and 2 attack die, and I'm going after the Sapper. So I've done 3 on the grenade for 5. So that is going to kill him. And the grenade did 3, so it's going to do half that spilt over, so it's going to do 1 damage to the pup, which isn't going to lash back at me because I'm not adjacent, so lashback doesn't account when I'm not adjacent. Okay, so now the pup is going to move and the troll's going to move, and that's the end of round 1. This baddie is now going to come in. So we've got a Goblin Rioter, so again they have Mischief. He goes there, and they automatically go at the bottom of the initiative meter. So I'm going to use my 2 attack die and 2 defense die. Who's the most dangerous? Oh, it's not my go, it's the Goblin Bomber. He does 2, so that's going to do 1 damage to me. Now it's my go, so 3 defense die, an attack die, and my body search. And I think I'm going to go for the Direwolf Pup while I'm still not adjacent. So 3 defense, 1 attack, and a bone, which I can use my throw odds, which will then kill the pup. Do I want to take that component? I don't think I do. Okay, so the pup is dead. The troll is now going to come and attack me. An attack die for 1 damage. The goblin is then going to come and attack me. 1 attack for 1 damage. Next round. So now I need to roll the d6. Got a 3. Add a 1 point baddie to the bottom of the queue. So I assume he's going to come in now. It's going to be another careless troll. Okay. Round 4. Back to the goblin bomber. Okay. So 3 defense again and 2 attack, and I'm going to go for the bomber this time. 2 attack, which kills him off. 1 defense. And I'm not going to take the bones on that one. Okay. So then the troll. And the goblin. He's not going to move because he can't get to me, so he's just going to sit there. Now we're in round 5. I need some way of surviving this. So again, those 5. I don't think I rolled enough dice last time. Let's use my heal for 2 HP. And I will use... I'll just throw another component. Yep, so 3, so I'll take that. 4 defense, so I'll take that. And 3 attack, which I will then do on the hunter, which kills him. Okay, so then he got a bones, which hurts himself. He's now going to move. Now we're into fatigue round. So I am going to run away over here and use my 2 attack die on this guy. So that's a bone, so I can use the throw odds for 1 damage and my 2 attack, which will do 3 minus 1 for thick skin, which is going to kill him. He's then going to move over here and we'll go back into another fatigue round, which is going to kill him. And I'm just going to cling on with 1 health remaining. Okay, well, I'm a little amazed that I managed to get through that. Need to find a way to get some more grenades going though. May as well use my fortunate discovery to get this holy hand grenade back. And okay, so I successfully did this one. So I get a training point, I get 2 training points and a loot. So what training point might I want? So Big Boom does damage to all baddies, but can also hurt me. Alrighty, let's go with that then. Let's get a Big Boom as one of them. Let's try for an attack point. Yeah, so I get another attack die. and then heal back up to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I get a loot. Treasure trade map. My shuffling must be awful. So shuffle the Ebonite Doorway special encounter into the deck. And that one goes over there. So I've now got my 8 tokens if I want to take on the Goblin King. But I've got 3 days left, so I may as well try and at least get some more training going. Certainly want to get some more bombs before I take him on. So I think I'm going to carry on for a bit. Okay. Oh, the Ebonite Doorway. So this is the special encounter we just shuffled in. So it's actually real, the fabled Ebonite Doorway. Its existence is the subject of moonshine monologues and fireside tales, and yet here it is. Time to see if the treasure is also real. The map says to press each stone from smallest to largest to open the door. Check. Now each tunnel stone must be stepped on in the same way. Check. Finally light the torches in that order. I feel like I should be wearing a hat and a whip. Whoa, the glow of gold is blinding. But gearlocks don't care about gold. Is there anything useful in here? Right. So, I can smell the trove loot from here. Each gearlock may draw 2 trove loot cards, keep one and discard the other. Each gearlock may immediately make a lockpick attempt. And so you get a trove loot and a training point. Or a war room, now we're talking. Attack and defense stat training attempts here will always ignore all bones, so they're basically automatic successes. And you get 2 training points and a loot. I think I'll be going for that and I will get my free attack and my free defense. There's no point rolling because it's going to ignore all the bones anyway. So now 4 attack and 4 defense. I'm definitely going to need to up my dexterity at some point. And I've got Rusty Optics. At the end of a round, gain 3 initiative spots. And that one doesn't have a progress token on it, so I'm not going to put it in my pile there. And then we are on to day 10, and we have a Tyrant encounter. We have a goblin problem. Goblins everywhere. These locusts of Daylor seem to be growing in number at an alarming rate. No matter how many are cut down, others show up to take their place. It seems impossible to make a dent in their numbers. Exhausted and behind schedule, every minute wasted on these pesky things gives the Goblin King time to gather and send out reinforcements. Clearly, a different approach must be found. This plague must be eradicated at the source. The unfortunate reality is that the most direct route means, even more goblins. So press on. The Goblin King will soon be within reach. So the battle queue is baddie points, which is 10. Party of 1, add a 1-point goblin type to the top. Nope. 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 Yep. Apply the following effect to every future battle you encounter that contains baddie points. Add the last goblin type baddie that was defeated to the top of the battle queue. Brilliant. So I'm just going to be adding far more goblins to every fight going forward. So we have the Goblin Sandbagger, which hopefully isn't too much of a threat. Let's see these 5 points though. So we've got a Troll Enforcer, again with thick skin and taunt. I think we've had that one already. Got a lot of die, but apart from that, it's not too intimidating. And then a Troll Sage. So this one's got 6 health. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And has Inspire. Okay, so 1 has an initiative of 4. 2 has an initiative of 2. 3 has an initiative of 4 as well. I have an initiative of 4, so I'm going to go first. So I think I'm going to go here and see if I can take out this sage before it gets to a chance to inspire anything. So I'm going to use 4 attack die. And 2 defense and just hope. And okay, 2, 4, 5, 6. -1, so he's going to have 1 left. Damn, I got excited then for a second. And then 3 defense. Okay, so then the sandbagger is arranged, so he's got 1 attack and 1 defense. 2 attack and a bones, so he did 1 damage to himself because of mischief is getting rid of locked, isn't it? Remove 1 dice from target's active slots. Oh, so lost the 1 shield for the mischief and the 2 shield for the attack. And then he's going to come here and attack me with 2 attack die and a defense die. So he's going to do 1 damage. He's got 1 defense and he did inspire. But thankfully this guy is not going to reach me. Okay, round 2. So I think I'm going to go a bit more defensive. I'm going to go 3 defense die, 2 attack die, and my component die to see if I can make some grenades and see if I can take out this sage. So 2 attack is going to clear the defense, hit the thick skin, and then my bones can do the throw odds, which will do the 1 damage, which will kill him. Okay, 2 defense. And only 1 on the component, so I'm not going to use that. And now it's back to the goblin. 1 shield and 1 attack. Didn't get to use his mischief, and then this big old troll is going to get to attack me this time. So he's going to do 4 damage -1, so 3. Ouch. And he got a shield, so he's now got taunt on him. And that's the end of that round. So what am I going to do here? I think I'm going to need to go with my Holy Hand Grenade. 4 defense, 3 defense, no, 4 attack die. See if I can take out this troll. Now let's go with 3 attack die and 2 defense. Okay, so 3 on the frag. Plus 4 attacks, so that's going to do 7, which is going to kill him. That's also going to do 1 point of damage to me, which has me right on the edge. Now I've got 2 defense. So in theory, at least, this sandbagger can't kill me on this go because he's only got 1 attack die. So that's 1. Okay. So I'm gonna try and use this time now. Well, I've got an extra round before fatigue, so let's try and get some components. I'll use my body search, use 3 defense die, body search component, and an attack die. Actually, I won't use the attack die just because I want to make use of the extra round. So yeah, 2 on the components. So I can exhaust both of those, reduce that one to 1, and now I have 3 grenades. I have 3 defense, and I've got bones on that one, which I have to use. I believe I have to use on a body search. No, because it's not a grenade, so I don't have to use it at all. Ignore me. And then round 5, his attack, 1, and now I'm gonna go with 4 attack die and really hope I do 3 damage worth. And I'll do my 2 defense in the hope of getting some bones. I'll do 1 defense and I'll throw my body search again, actually. Okay, so again I've got a bone, well that's 1 damage. 2, 3, 4, 5. That clears the defense and kills him. And so again, I have snuck through by the absolute skin of my teeth. Heal back up to 6, 2, 4, 6. Okay, so success on that one gives me a training point, which I think I'm going to have to put on my health. And a loot. Utility parts on your turn and exhaust any 1 die. Fine. Then we're on to day 11. So I think I'm going to challenge the Goblin King. Because then if I fail, I've got another chance to do it. Because I've got the last 2 days. Right. Okay. Okay, so let's dive into this battle against the Goblin King. So, Game of Throne. So set up a throne on lane 1, range position, using lane 1 marker and 3 HP. Place the Goblin King and his HP on top of the throne. He has 9. 8, 9. Battle queue is baddie points, party of 1 ignores this, so I ignore that, so therefore I ignore the extra goblin type baddie, which is good. Throwing will only take damage from adjacent opposing units, which isn't ideal because I start from miles away. Okay. And must be destroyed before the Goblin King can lose HP. The Goblin King's defense does not apply to the throne. Right, okay. So I will start here. He has a initiative of 5. I have an initiative of 4. He has 3 defense, 2 attack, and his special die. At least have 3 grenades. Okay, let's dive in. So 2 defense, 4 attack, which is pretty devastating straight off, and call for help, so he adds 1 baddie to the battle queue. So my go. I'm going to need to get up close. I'm going to roll all 4 defense, 2 attack. Let's see if I can hopefully take out this throne. Okay, so 2 defense, 2 attack, sorry, 1 bone, which I use as throw odds. So that's going to clear the throne. Three defense, and another bone, which I can save. Okay. So now this baddie's going to come in. That's a troll young'un, 4 health. He's automatically at the bottom. All right, let's see if I can somehow survive through this. 3 attack, which clears that. A bones, which does kaboom. Kaboom, blasts all gearlocks to positions farthest from the Goblin King. It's going to be here. And 3 bombs, deal 3 damage to strongest baddie and all adjacent units. That's going to do 3 damage to him. And I am not adjacent, thankfully. Okay. So now I think maybe what I should have done before, I'm going to do smoke screen, frag, and boom, which is going to clear all 3 of my grenades. And I've got 3 other dice. Do I go big and hope for... No, let's go with defense. Okay. So I got 1 on the big boom. Right, so it's going to do 1 damage to me. And then 1 damage to all baddies, which will kill off the troll young'un. And 1 to him. And then have 4 defense. 1 smoke screen. And 3 on the frag. So that's going to do 2 damage after the and clear the shield. And we're on round 3 now, aren't we? So, right, they're both exhausted. So it does 2 attack, which is going to miss me anyway. It does kaboom. Oh no, call for help. So another 1 point baddie is going to join the battle queue, and then it gets 4 defense. That's my smoke screen over. So I'm going to do 4 attack die, a body search, and I may as well use my bag of bones. So body search gives me 2. Actually, there's no point getting components because I haven't got any other skills I can use a grenade for anyway, so I may as well keep going with these. I assume I have to use the one on the... Oh, well, let's do it. So exhaust both of those, put that one to 1. So I have a grenade, so at least if I then fail, you can try again. And then I've got 2, 3, 4, 5 damage, which can take all 4 of his defense and 1 off here. And I may as well use my bone to do 1 more. And he's going to come in. So what have we got? We've got a Goblin Bomber. Okay. Okay, 2 bones. So bones does kaboom, which blasts me further away, which is fine because I'm already there. 1 shield, 4 attack, which clears out my defense. And then it does a careless bomb, which again deals 3 damage to strongest baddie and adjacent units. But he can't damage himself, so that's going to kill Goblin Bomber. And then back to my turn. So again, I think I'm going to go with 4 defense and 2 attack. Oosh, 3 bones. That is not good. Right. What's my... Okay. I'm going to need some serious luck on this roll, I think. I think we're on round 5 now, aren't we? Keep forgetting to do that. So, call for help. 2 attack. 1 left. And 1 defense. And then it does the kaboom, which just fires me across the thing, so that's fine. And then my go. 4 attack and 1 defense. God, I hope I can put it out on this time. So 2 defense, and then 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1 off that, and 4 damage. The Goblin King is defeated. And that is victory. I might just play with this guy coming in. No, he didn't get to come in, so he's not coming in. He's not joining the party. I've killed him and escaped the throne room before that other baddie joined in. So that is victory. And that's my first ever victory with Boomer in a solo game, and got very lucky with the attack on that roll for the Goblin King. So very, very happy with that. I'm very lucky that the careless bombs kept killing off his allies. And I'm aware this is a long video, so I'm going to end it right away there. But I will say that next week will be Tantrum in a solo play. And I haven't decided on a Tyrant yet, but I hope you join me for that. And I hope you enjoyed this video. So thank you very much for watching. Look after yourself, stay safe, and have a good one. Thank you. Bye-bye now.